Hi there, welcome back. So let's talk about compiling documentation. So as you download or clone Flubio, you will have all the software here, okay? And if inside here you have this folder called doc, this is the documentation. This is the Fortran documentation, something equivalent to Doxygen, but it's specific to Fortran. When you download or clone it, this documentation might not be updated to the latest state, okay, according to the source code. So you might need to compile it, or to compile it or update it, or if you want to compile everything from scratch, you can do it as well. So here we'll show you the instructions how to do that, how to use the compiler for the documentation called for. So I open in here a new terminal. So we need to use Flubio environment. So remember, you always need to source your bash RC for Flubio. We're loading all the path, everything. And now we can proceed to the compilation. Just to show you that the documentation is built using this library for, okay, so here you have the link. Okay, in the description you will have it, and you have some basic instructions here and description what it's doing. But to install this library, usually it doesn't come with your operating system. Here you have the instructions. So the first line will install Python. Previously we talked about software dependencies, and I hope you install Python. When you install Python, you are going to use this library. You are going to install this library PIP. Okay, so if you have installed Python already, just ignore this line. By the way, be careful that this line applies for Debian that use apt-get for installing applications. Okay, this is also Ubuntu. In OpenSUSE will be just. And okay, so assuming that you have Python, all the development environment, we need to install for. To install for, this is the line. So we use pip install for. Okay, so you just can copy and paste this line in your terminal. In my case, I already have it. Okay, so I will go, it will ask me for the root password. And it's telling me that it's already satisfied this requirement. So see that when you install pip, install some other libraries. So now that we have for, so you go like this and you have some basics held there. So we have for, we can update, recompile the documentation. To do so, see that in your source code documentation, you have this markdown file. Okay, this is pointing to the documentation. So to compile, you go forward and then that file. Send, and it will start to do everything. So it's reading the source code according to the comments and everything that we have in the source code. We'll do the compilation, will update documentation. So at this point, we need to wait a little bit, because this one is just reading the whole source code, constructing the HTML files, indices, everything. So let's wait a little bit, and well, see you later when the compilation is finished on my side. Okay, on my side, the compilation is done. At this point, you should have your documentation. Okay, so as you go here, you click index. Okay, now you can browse your documentation using your web browser. Okay, so here you have access to source file, models, procedures, derived type. Okay, you can access here also in the header. Okay, so feel free to surf the documentation. Probably this is it's easier to do it using the HTML documentation than reading the source code, but exactly all the comments, everything that you will find here is what you have in the source code. Okay, so feel free to surf the documentation. So thank you for your attention, and see you next video. Bye.